Hey guys, Jordan here. Today we're going to be doing the brake job on a 2017 Honda Civic. It's going to be the same for the 2016 through 2018 models. This is a 1.5 liter. First thing, we got ourselves a set of brake pads from Import Direct. We've got a set of rotors from BrakeBest. So we've got the 4 pads. It's going to be enough to do the front brakes. And we've got the rotors, so we ordered 2 of these. Here's the part number on the rotors right here. And then the part number for the brake pads right here. There are the brake pads. This is going to be one set. You're going to see this is called the squealer pad. This is going to let you know it's going to start squeaking when your brakes are due for replacement. So we've got one of these, and then we're going to have one of the ones without it. So that's going to be one set for one side. Tools you're going to need, either a C-clamp or a brake caliper resetting tool. So this is going to set the piston back into position. Here's some grease. This was from O'Reilly's right here. This is going to be used, this grease, this is a graphite synthetic grease. It's super, super thick. But great, especially for areas where there's lots of salt. We're going to use that on the hardware for the brake caliper. So to get started, you're also going to want to have a 12 millimeter as well as a 17 millimeter and then a 19 millimeter to remove these the lug nut bolts. So to get started, we'll want to jack the car off the ground, remove that wheel, pop the hood, and remove the master cylinder cap. And we'll grab our 12 millimeter to get started. And we're going to crack these 2 bolts on the back of the caliper loose. You don't want to undo both of them all at the same time, because then this whole caliper is going to want to rotate on you once you have them loose. You can now take them off by hand. With the caliper removed, you can place it nicely behind here on top of the control arm. I also have the car neutral, so I can manually rotate the wheel. Now there's going to be these little clip springs right here. The other one just popped off. So we're going to remove that hardware. Next, we're going to take off the brake pads. Either use a flathead to pry them off. You can see these are completely used. Really nothing left of this pad. The pad's off. And then next, we're going to remove the 2 17 millimeter bolts. Now we'll take the 17 millimeter bolts the rest of the way off on the back of the caliper. And remove the caliper bracket. Now we're going to remove the rotor. We have to note that there are Phillips screws that I just noticed that we're going to have to take off. So if you've gotten to the point of removing the rotor and you've gotten stuck because you have the screw right here, this is a Phillips 3. You're going to want to take a ball-peen hammer and a little sledgehammer and give it a few whacks. That's going to shock it. Now you don't want to go and be careful about stripping this out. I'm using a 1/4 inch with a Phillips 3 bit. So if this doesn't come out, you can also hit it with a map gas torch and heat it up for about a minute and then go and hit it with the hammer again. Also, you could go and hit it with some penetrating fluid. And As you see, now the screw will come out. Those are for you, those of you that want to, that really care about this Phillips screw and want to reuse it. Now with that off, we can start by removing the rotor. So now we're going to start reinstalling everything. So we're going to start with lubricating these brackets. We're going to reuse the exact same brackets. If not, they're pretty, if you want to put them back in, these literally just unclip and then you'll go and pop your new brackets in. We're going to reuse the old ones. We're going to use the graphite grease above and below these brackets. We'll pop our caliper hardware out. We'll come over here and we'll take our graphite grease from CRC. So we're going to apply some graphite grease above as well as below these, and the spot that we're going to apply it is going to be on the caliper side. So a lot of times this stuff will start to swell with rust. If it does swell with rust, you're going to want to remove this rust using a wire wheel. So if you take the wire wheel right here, you can go and clean that rust out. Now with the rust cleaned out, we can apply the grease. This will just help it from having this problem in the future where it swells and then the pads get stuck into place. Now we can go ahead and repop the brackets back in. If you're going to be using brand new brackets, they just clip right back in, no different than these. These were in great shape, so we're going to reuse them. Now, you're going to want to do the other side too, but while we're at it, I'm going to show you how to do these as well. Do these one at a time so you don't forget which one goes on top and bottom. A lot of times these pins are slightly different. So we'll pop this one out. We're going to use this grease to lubricate these. If there is any rust or corrosion, you'll want to go ahead and remove that corrosion. So we'll grease that pin, and we'll pop it into place, push it forward, and then make sure that the boot clips onto the edge, and then we'll repeat that procedure for this side. All right, so next step, we're going to put some anti-seize on the back of this hub. This is just going to help keep it from seizing up for the next brake change. Now we're going to put the rotor onto the hub now that it's all anti-seized. You're going to notice there's a little cone-shaped spot that's going to go where the threaded hole in the hub is. Now, you don't have to put this on, but it's definitely more convenient for reassembling everything. But we're going to put the Phillips screw back in. We're going to take some anti-seize and coat the countersink screw that goes into the rotor. You're going to want to apply this all over the threads and as well as the cone section of here. Let's begin to spin it on by hand. And then we'll take the Phillips 3 socket and tighten it on. We're just going to tighten this until it's just slightly snug. Don't kill this because you'll regret it taking it apart later. Next, we're going to take the caliper bracket. We're going to put that on. There's two bolts that go on the back, the 217s. Put this on and bolt it back in. Now we're going to tighten the back caliper bolts. These are going to be the 17 millimeters. We're going to set the torque wrench to 80 foot-pounds and tighten those two up at the back side. Now we're going to take our brake pads and apply some grease to the backs of the caliper. Take a little bit of grease, and then we're also going to grease the ears of the calipers as well. And now we're going to take the pads and we're going to install them. The one with the clip is going to go on the back side, and the curvature, the small curve, to face towards the center of the rotor. Now we're going to take the clips, take a little bit of grease, put those on the clips, and spread it around. It's just going to help it from corroding. And we'll install the brake pad clips, just like so. So these little guys just clip into the pins, and then the triangles face towards the centers of each other, just like that. Now we're going to come over to the caliper, and we're going to tighten up the piston. So I've got a caliper tool right here. Put this bracket in here and twist the piston, and you'll notice this piston start to go inward. With the piston pushed in, we can now put the pads or the caliper back onto the pads. You'll want to make sure those little pins are into position, and squeeze these pads back together. Slide this caliper back on, and then get the pins into position. We're going to take our 14 millimeter bolts and put those in the back. Notice the position of these pins, or of the pins at the angle that I've got them at. And we'll do the other one at the bottom. That's going to line with this little flat spot at the edge in there, so you'll see the angle of it. Now we'll take our 12 millimeter wrench, and we're going to torque these to 25 foot-pounds. All right, with everything assembled, we can pop the wheel back on. Take our lug nuts, put these back in. Tighten these in a star pattern, and then we're going to want to torque these lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. That completes the brake job for the front on the 2016 through 18 Honda Civic. May include other years, but this goes over this year with these parts for this car. Last thing you're going to want to do is pop the cap on the master cylinder, close the hood, and then pump the brakes before you put it into gear or take it out of park. That's going to set the piston so that you don't have no brakes on the front when you go to drive it. Hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions, and enjoy fixing your car.